Hi everyone, it's Laura from Laura's Handcrafted Treats and Treasures. Welcome to or back to my channel. Well, welcome. I have a little project here. It's the second of more to come. I've done one and I will post the link in the description box. So I was looking at cards because I make cards as well. And I'm looking at cards on Pinterest and I'm looking at them and I'm like, you know, that would make a really great page layout. And so I did my first one and I thought, you know, I really like this and I'm going to start to do some more. I don't have the creator of the first one, but I wanted to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So this is actually my journal. It's Georgian Romance. This is going to be my Journaling Joy August 2024. It's the last one I need to get done to complete my whole 12-month Journaling Joy series. And this little card thing that I'm going to put together is going to go in this book. So I thought it would be a good time to introduce this. This is the next video I'm going to get started on. So what I am talking about is little layouts that go inside the journal. So for instance, in the back of this one, I would glue 3 sides and then this would also become a tuck spot. But I got the idea, and I'm getting several ideas from Pinterest. And this one is actually from Paper Play Sketches. And I wanted to give them credit. I don't remember where the first one was from. But this is sort of just an idea. This is just the start of what I'm looking at going, this would be really interesting on a page. So what I did, if you can see here, was I started with a base that was going to work well for my page. So I started with my base and then I thought about this one and then attaching it to this side and then thought about this one and attaching it to this side. Now this would make a lovely card, don't get me wrong, but I just thought this would bring such interest to my journals. And then they have this strip here and I thought I don't want that underneath. I think I want to put it over top so that these become interactive. So when you open this one, there's a pocket. You open this one, there's a pocket. And then there's going to be a belly band in the middle that you can put another tag in. Almost like a folio, but I'm kind of taking my inspiration from card fronts. And then here I'm going to put a magnet. I'll put a magnet here. And then that will just, yeah, that'll just magnet down and then be placed in my book. So let's get started. And I'm going to go with some of the papers that are from Georgian Romance. Now, Amanda Charlesworth, I've said this before, I'll probably say it in every video that I use her product. She is Create with Scrimping Mommy. She is on Ko-fi. She has a YouTube channel and she has a Facebook page. Lots of inspiration there. She gives lots of freebies. Her membership to her Ko-fi is not very much. I pay $3 and for US $3.87 a month for all the stuff she gives us. If you're into digitals. But this came from that collection. Now I went ahead and trimmed down all my edges because knowing me, I'd forget that it was there and it would end up in my project. These I actually printed originally because I was going to make tags, pockets and stuff, which I'm still going to, but I'm going to use some of these to create this. So the first thing we're going to do is we want a 4x7 sheet. Now this one did not have to have backing because this is what will get set down. Now let's see, 4x7, I kind of like that, but you're not really going to see it anyway because there's going to be something covering it, so I'm not going to get too persnickety about getting that. I am, however, going to cut at 4. Let's just cut that 4. And then 7. just gonna save my pieces while I'm working on this kit. I don't get anything away, throw anything away. All right, so now I have the base. Did I cut that right? Oh, I didn't cut it. This was 4.5 and I cut it at 4. Oh, no worries, because I can make a pocket out of that for the journal. So let me come back here and do a 4.5. Let's see. I kind of like that too. But is it 7? It is not 7. Okay, so let's go 4.5 this time. And I suppose I could have made it work with the 4. I could have changed measurements, but I don't want to confuse myself or you. So I will keep it with the diagram that I made. Now I'm making these diagrams and they will end up going in my inspiration book. So I can look back through, and I'll have a couple pages that I just title, you know, card/journal page. So I have my 4.5 by 7. And then I'm going to cut all my pieces first, and then I'll ink everything and then assemble it. So my next piece that I want, so I'm going to decide, I think I want this one on the top. I want this one here. So I need to cut this at 4 by 5.5. Okay, so let's go 4 by 5.5. Okay, there's my second piece. Now I'm going to cut this one. Is going to be 4, excuse me, 4 by 6.5. So just get all my big pieces cut, and I'll worry about the pockets in that later. By 6.5. Okay, so I have this piece, and this piece. I'm going to worry about the insides after, because I may, on this one, I may use more of this. I may use this. I have some of this, but right now I'm just going to worry about my base. So I'm going to go ahead and score each sides of these. I'm going to score here at 1/4 of an inch, and I'm going to score here at 1/4 of an inch. Okay, get that scoring out of the way. And see, I have a little piece here. This may become a pocket, may become the belly band. Haven't decided. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, get that scored down. Let's give it a little burnish. Same with this side. And then, as you can see, we're starting to form our little, oh, this one goes on this side. And we're gonna form our little booklet. Now, do I wanna corner the edges? I kinda like the cornered edge look. I think it softens it a little bit, so I think I am gonna do that. So I'm gonna corner all of the edges on this one. Then I'm gonna corner just these edges. So then it's starting to come together. Yeah, you see how it just kind of seems to soften those edges? All right, so before I get any of this glued together, I'm gonna go ahead and ink up these edges. Okay, all my pieces are inked, and so now I'm gonna go ahead and get them glued down. So I'm just gonna take a look at this, get my glue ready, take a look at this. I want it fairly centered. So I'm just going to hold that tight, throw some glue on there. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same to the other side. And I'm also thinking right now about my magnet, where I'm going to want to place that magnet that goes here. And let me think about that while I'm gluing this side down. Okay, so we have that done. Just give that a good press, make sure that's down. And we're well on our way here. So let me think about this for a second, because if I open this one like this, my pocket goes over here, but yet my magnet is going to go over here. So I could always flip this around for the pocket to go this way and my tags to come out that way. That might be an option. Or I'm thinking about putting some sort of frame over this, so I could put my magnet here. But I do have to think about this piece. So let me get this piece, and this one was going to be 1 inch by 4 3/4. So I think I'm going to use this one. That'll look cool right there, and I'll try to get that 1 inch right in there. Yeah, that'll be cool. I'm bringing my tape along with me. So where would 1 inch? Would I catch that? I would catch that. So let's see. I'm going to trim a little off the top. And then I'm going to try to catch all of this. And who knows, it might get covered. I might decide to put something else on there. But if I don't, it'll be cool. Yeah. So then I need that to be 4 3/4. So let's see how much of it. I'm going to take a little bit off of this end. I guess I could do that down here. I'm going to take off a little bit of this end. And then I'm going to do 4 3/4 up here. Perfect. Okay. So that is going to get scored at 1/4 of an inch. All right, so we'll get this scored. And you know what I just realized is this is white on this side, and I don't like that. I don't want it to be white. So I'm going to use, I really want to use this though. What can I cover it up with? This? No, I don't want to use the same thing on the back. All right, let me figure this out. I'll be back. All right, so what I'm going to do is I have a little scrap. I've been saving quite a little hoard of scraps, and now it's coming in handy. I'm not going to glue this to this because this is going to get glued here, but I am going to glue this underneath and cut around, you know, around it, so that I can cover up that blank back. So I'm not going to get any glue on this strip right here. In fact, I'm going to turn it backwards. I'm going to go ahead and get lots of glue on there. And now I'm going to turn it this way. And the reason why is because this is going to get glued to the back of the book. I don't want it glued down to this. So problem solved. Problem diverted. Get that off of there. And then I still have my little flap that I can put here. So we'll just go ahead and cut that off. Okay, and that has been solved. Go ahead and throw them away right away. All right, so now I can still attach this to here. And I think, was it this long? Yeah, I guess it was. I think I'm going to round these edges too. Since I'm rounding, let's just round. And then, of course, we're going to ink everything up. And if I'd have thought about it, I'd have put my magnet under there before I did that, but I didn't think about it. But I don't really care that there's a bare magnet on that side anyway. I do like this one to be covered. I just think it looks a little more finished off. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and glue this down here. It looks like it might be a little crooked, so I'm going to have to straighten it up a little bit before I let this get too glued down. And with art glitter glue, if you put enough on there, it gives you a little bit of wiggle room, but this stuff likes to stick. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Okay, so I'm going to stick that down, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab my magnets. Get that out of the way or it's going to be getting hooked. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put my first magnet on here. I'm going to put it about right there. And the trick is not to touch the magnets. And that's a hard one for me because I just want it to be quick. I want it to be quick. So before I put my other magnet on, well, actually, I could put my magnet on right now. Get on there. Okay, so that magnet's on. That's fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on the top of that magnet. Now this is the hard part where I have to walk away and let it dry. So I'm going to bring this over, and where it lands, it lands. And I'm not going to mess with it. The only thing I am going to do is I'm going to put a little clip there to hold it down. And now I'll see you in a minute because I got to let that dry. Okay, my magnets are still drying. I did have them put together, but I thought I had left them long enough, and this one was not sticking. So try to keep them separate. Do one first, make sure it's really stuck down, then go ahead and put your magnet here and go to the other side. I was just trying to be quick. But while I was doing that, I decided to cut all my other pieces. So I have my first one, and this one is cut at 4.5 by 2 1/4. And then I scored a 1/4 on this side, and the top, but I left this side just to be glued down, just so that I would give it a little more pocket flexibility for taking tags in and out. But I left this one, I just to try to reduce a little bit of the bulk. Maybe it doesn't, I don't know, but in my head it does. So I did that, and then on the inside, on this side, this side, I have a pocket that is 6 by 2 1/4, and then I scored again on each end and where the tags are going to come in and out, and then I will glue down here. Okay, that's bugging me. And I'll also round those edges after I get everything glued down. On this side, I cut at 2 1/4 by 7, and then again I scored top, bottom, and the edge where the tags will come in and out, or journal card or whatever I put in there, and then I will glue that. So I'm going to get all of these glued down, all the edges. I'm going to get all those taken care of, and then ink them up, and then I'll come back and glue them. Now this one, in the original one, I had it at 4.5 by 2. And what I decided to do was make it a little bit longer. So I ended up changing it to 5. And I'm going to make that change on here too. So I'm going to do 5 by 2. And then I'm going to score 1/4 inch on each side. Now, just to ensure that I'm going to not cut in or impede this section, I scored in just a little bit further than 1/4 inch on one side, so that when I fold them, I'll do this one real quick. So when I fold them, I'm just going to come to the edge where I'm not going to stop that from folding down, and I'm not going to stop that from folding down. So just keep that in mind when you're making them. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of that done, and then I'll come back and we'll glue all of our pockets in. All right, so I have all my pieces cut, inked, ready to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and start putting them on my page. I just realized on this one, I did not, it doesn't matter, it doesn't hurt it, but I did not necessarily need to corner that. I just should have cornered this end, but I'm no worries about it. And then just go ahead and get these glued on. That one. This one is going to go over here, so I'm going to turn this so I can see it. Oh, that one is showing, peeking over. I don't like that. Let's try that again. One thing to check is make sure it's not peeking over on the back. Much better. And that'll open just fine. So we're going to put this one over here. Flip that up real quick. I don't see anything protruding. Flip that around. that back up. Okay, that one's good. And then our one in the middle. Should that go that way? I guess it doesn't really matter. Don't matter. It don't matter to me. All right, so there we have all of our pockets. So we have a spot for a tag here. We can do a journal card, flip this over here. We've got journal card here, and then this is gonna close like this. And the only other thing I think I might do, I might embellish it some more, but you get the gist of how to kind of assemble these, and then you can go ahead and, you know, put some embellishments on as you like. And I think I'm going to put some sort of a frame here. I don't think it's going to be this one, but with the book that I'm doing, I thought I might do a picture of, you know, or even cut this out. I haven't decided. We'll see. I think there's another one like that too. But anyway, this still clips in even though I have something over top of it, and then that will hide that magnet. I don't care if that magnet is visible when you open it, but yeah, then you have your little folio, and this is actually going to go right here in the back of my Georgian Romance, and then I'm going to be able to put a tag also this way. So yeah, I'm going to be coming back with more of these. I just think these card things that have kind of gotten into my head are super fun, and I have a few more designs that I am going to be working on. If you didn't see the first one, I will link the video in the description box below so you can see the first basically card journal layout that I did. But yeah, that's going to fit nicely right in there. So next thing I'm going to do is start working on this, and you never know, I might do another card layout for this front. We'll see. But for now, have a great day. Thanks for joining me. I hope you were inspired, and have a great day. Bye.